Welcome to another movie club. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Ross Everett.
On this show, we watch movies on the Netflix, and then we review them, and you guys add your reviews in with us. And if you don't have Netflix, you can go to netflix.com/sourcefed, and you'll get a whole month of free streaming movies, and then you can join in on the show with us. Ross, what movie did we watch?
We watched Dredd.
Yes, we did! That movie's so awesome!
It was awesome! It was okay.
It's awesome!
It was okay. It had very little plot. Like, in terms of, if you look at the first movie, the first Judge Dredd.
Wait a minute! It had very little plot. It had a plot!
It had a plot, but it was like real cookie cutter plot. Like, all right,
that's okay.
We're going in. You stick with me. We're going into
Here's
the deep end. And then they go into the deep end. And then you learn nothing about the characters because you've known it all along.
You don't need to know anything about the characters.
There was no character development.
It's okay because all you need to know is everything is said in the beginning. It's called what do they call that?
A prologue?
Exposition.
Okay,
yeah. It's a prologue and exposition.
This was my favorite part, in that it was my least favorite part, when the psychic girl is like, okay, there's something there below your anger, that is, and then they get away from it, like he cuts her off, and then they never come back to it.
Yeah, because
they never come back to it.
Because it's perfect. It's a perfect pitch to read the comic book series.
Because
Dredd,
if there's anything that the movie studios are trying to do, it's to get you to read more.
No way. The movie studios are trying to get you into the characters and into the movies so that they can make sequels and make more money.
I actually would argue that the protagonist of this film was Anderson, was the girl, because it's her journey. It's her journey about being a recruit and going through her tribulations.
I'll give you that.
Will she pass?
Yeah, because Judge Dredd is kind of like, he is this stoic. You don't know what's behind the mask. He never takes the mask off. He's Conan the Barbarian. He's the Terminator. He's all these kind of stoic heroes.
Even the Terminator had like a little bit more depth, and I'm gonna say robot, and you guys are gonna come after me. He had more of a mission than Judge did.
This film, at its essence, just harkens back to 90s, 80s, like, action movie insanity. It's just, it doesn't matter if the plot's like super solid, it doesn't matter if the acting's super solid. All it is stupid, dumb action with kind of fun plotline things happening.
I will semi-agree with that, but I think it was a poorly done version of that. Like, Judge's lines before he's about to kill people were not those like, oh, like Bruce Willis lines that we learned to love in the 90s. The city's a meat grinder. It takes in people and it spits out meat. And I'm like, that's not even a metaphor. You're just describing what a meat grinder does.
He's Judge Dredd!
No, but
he's Judge Dredd! He's not a scholar!
No, that wasn't Dredd. That was like the guy that was like fighting against Dredd.
Well, when Mama like announces like what she's gonna do to the like the apartment block, like that's some pretty scary shit. Like, we're locking it down and we need to kill this judge and you're not leaving until you do, and it's very intimidating.
I just thought, I was like, okay, like great, now we have motivation for why everyone's gonna turn against
him.
Exactly. Here's my problem with that kind of writing. It's like, you're not even alluding to anything. It was handing you everything on a silver platter. If you want to turn off your brain and watch a movie, this was fine.
Sure,
After we got past that initial exposition clunk that was just a dense mass of information, I did enjoy it a little bit.
All I'm saying is, you take a movie like RoboCop, you take Total Recall, you take Predator, you take Die Hard, you can lump Dredd into that.
Die Hard is way above any
of
those
course, I agree.
Way above
I agree. Well,
movies.
Die Hard is kind of like the Citizen Kane of action movies.
I'm not even gonna try and disagree with that. I love that.
Yeah.
I think Corridor Digital did an amazing job directing this film. It looked to me like a really good YouTube video. But enough of what we thought, guys. If you want to watch with us next week, you can go to netflix.com/sourcefed. Get 1 month free. Helps us out. Helps you out. We get to play. Next week's movie is
Zoolander.
But in the meantime, here's what you guys thought of Judge Dredd.
When they did the slow-mo effect, it was cool for the first couple of times because it was slowed down, color vibrancy, saturation went up, sparkles, huge fan of sparkles.
Sparkles.
After the first couple of times, I was like, I'm over it. Let's speed this up.
I originally saw this film with Robin on DVD. He thought it deserved an Oscar. There's just too much CGI in the movie. It's almost like an animated movie.
The gun that Dredd has is freaking awesome. Apparently it's called the Lawgiver in the comic book. It's like a Swiss Army gun.
There's no character development. The special effects so far have been crap. The blood looks completely fake.
Carl Urban, I thought he did alright in this film. He portrayed the holding back of any emotion but anger sort of side to Judge Dredd quite well. But the rest of the time, I don't know, I thought he was maybe being a little bit cheesy.
I was kind of going into this movie with the thinking that this movie's gonna suck, that I'm not gonna like it. By the time I finished watching this movie, I thought this movie was pretty damn good.
I really, really enjoyed this movie. I had put this in the pile of movies that I was never going to watch because I didn't want to destroy my image of the original, but I'm pleasantly surprised by this. It was a wonderful movie.
Before I say this movie is dreadful, I gotta go beat this dead horse a little bit more. I'll be right back. It's done. I finally beat that joke to death.
The killings, the blowing up of the heads, the blood, the people splatting on the ground, like, they showed it, and it was good.
Carla Urban, I'm sorry, I watched this film for you and I only got half your face.